Nestling in the mountains of Bavaria, Schloss Elmau is seen as a retreat for Germany's wealthiest. But for the next few days it will host the leaders of 7 of the world's richest countries. Protected by many thousands of police and military personnel, the G7 will discuss several of the world's flashpoints, notably the conflict in Ukraine. In recent weeks, the fighting has intensified, particularly near Donetsk. This summit is the second such that Russia has been excluded from. The G7 group says Russia's role in Ukraine makes a meaningful discussion impossible. One leading German political commentator says excluding Russia is a serious strategic error.
The situation is getting from bad to worse, and it's very dangerous indeed. The Russians seem to have started just these days a new really serious offensive, and I really mean the Russians. It's not the Donetsk people, the wild men, bearded men with Cossack uniforms. No, nothing would happen there without the pushing of the Kremlin.
The continuing threat of the Islamic State is also high on the G7 agenda. The group has advanced further into Iraq in recent months. The US President Barack Obama is hoping to hold a series of bilateral meetings about ISIL on the fringes of the summit.
There is no joint strategy to deal with ISIL. Apart from the military campaign, they may either be right or wrong. But politically, what strategy do we have for Syria?
As host of the G7 summit, the German Chancellor Angela Merkel is hoping to find agreement with other leaders on issues such as climate change and the fight against Ebola. But some campaign groups say this represents a missed opportunity.
The NGO World Vision says lowering infant mortality should also be a high priority.
We've got an opportunity to get to zero on preventable deaths for children, to get to zero on hunger. This is a real possibility in the next 15 years. It's not just a pipe dream. G7 leaders can be catalytic. They can start the process. They can put on the table strong commitments to what they're going to do to make that happen. So that's what we're hoping to see this week.
And then there are the thousands of protesters who have promised to try to disrupt the proceedings as much as they can. The authorities have put on a show of force to try to prevent them, with the hope that agreement on the issues is what the G7 summit is remembered for. Dominic Kane, Al Jazeera, Garmisch-Partenkirchen.